This week's Safety Toolbox Talk is once again for the 6th year on the National Safety Stand Down campaign that OSHA's pushing for across the entire country, and it's on fall protection. The #1 leading killer in the construction industry, fall protection. Falling off of ladders, falling out of boom lifts, falling off of a leading edge on a building. Why is that? Year after year after year, our tradesmen, the #1 fatality in the entire country is falls. Are we complacent? Are we not trained? I have a harness on here. Single line of defense here. If I'm working in a boom lift, if I'm working on a ladder over 24 feet in the air, if I'm working on a leading edge, if I'm working anywhere that I have an exposure of 6 feet or more, I am supposed to protect myself with PPE. I do want to try and administrate out or engineer out, according to the OSHA standards, subpart M, fall protection in our minimum requirement booklet, 15 pages of fall protection knowledge. Can I put up a guardrail? Can I use nets? Can I put down a hole cover that's going to cover a hole in the floor of 2 inches or bigger and withstand 2 times the intended load? Paint it orange, write hole on it. There's a lot of things in fall protection that should be looked at in a pre-construction meeting. But the last thing we need to take into consideration, if I can't put up guardrails, I can't put up hole covers, I can't put up safety nuts, and I have to get out there in that exposure, is to wear a harness and use either a 6-foot retractable lanyard and or a retractable 6-foot shock absorbing lanyard. Lots to take into consideration in fall protection. Look at your harness when you put it on. Inspect it every single day. This is what's going to save your life. If your harness is looking like this harness that I took out of service years ago, that's not tagged and labeled, it's old, it's tethered and weathered, this thing's got to go. This is what you're risking your life with. This is supposed to save your life. Don't manipulate your harness. Don't be cutting additional holes in your leg straps. If it's full of grease and oil, it's weathered after a few years, change them out. If I'm using a 6-foot shock absorbing lanyard versus a retractable, how do I calculate my fall distance? Do you know that with the retractable, this activates within 18 inches? So if I'm out 13 feet and I fall off a leading edge, she's going to activate right away. And I may only fall off that edge a couple of feet. Whereas if I'm right on a leading edge with a shock absorbing 6-foot lanyard, it's 6 feet long, it opens 3.5 feet with the deceleration device. It's 5 feet up on my D-ring on my great shape harness. I could fall 15 feet. What am I working at, 8 feet? I could bottom out. So my retractable is my better option for fall protection. Remember the old body belts for the veteran tradesmen out there? This used to be the primary source of tying off. We would put on a body belt and we would go up on our swing stages or leading edges. You know, today's world, 1998 outlawed body belts. The only ones that can wear them are guys that are doing, you know, form work on concrete and so on and so forth, using this bad boy here, this positioning device. Once I get it on, there we go. Boom. Positioning device, body belt. It's one of the few places that you still see them being used. Sometimes in boom lifts also, preferably the harness. Anchor points. Hey man, engineered anchor points. Concrete anchors, D-ring, tagged and labeled. The RB anchors, remember these? 5,000 pound anchor points. Lots to take a look at in fall protection. So this week, during the week of May 7th through 11th, All of our job sites are going to take a look at your harnesses. We're going to look at fall exposures. We want to talk about fall protection and how to protect ourselves. Shared stories. Each superintendent on each one of our job sites should be spending some time talking about fall protection. I also have why a safety stand down and what a safety stand down is all about in text. So this week, gentlemen, teams, let's talk about fall protection. Let's talk about administrative and engineering controls, guardrails, hole covers, and then let's talk about PPE. Let's have a safe week. Thank you.